Check out what working is home.
This video is no way intended to give professional or highly educational advice on parenting. We are just two parents with 9 kids between the both of us that have some relatable experiences to share and a lot to talk about. This video is intended for those parents who want to just sit down, listen to the banter, and love and laugh with us about anything and everything parental. It's definitely not for the faint of heart because, let's just admit it, Mike can be a real douche sometimes.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mike Ayers, and I'm here with Miss Elise Brano.
I just gotta say, I was supposed to redo that intro.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah.
So somebody's losing it because she's not in the office anymore. She works remotely, and that's pretty much what we're going to be talking about: what remote working looks like, what remote learning looks like, and how is it different from now than when it was a couple months ago. You could just see Elise right now. She's
well, I mean, for all the parents out there doing the same thing, you know. So, I mean, there's not much to say. Just more to drink.
okay. Yeah. So wise words from our Mother of the Year. Glad you're Mother of the Year for 2020. But I gotta ask, are you okay? Are you fine? You good?
I don't even know anymore. What day is it? Yeah, I'm doing good. Just, hanging in there, dealing with kids and work and animals. I just gotta say, like, being stuck in one area, like, I can do it now. I know you have younger kids, Mike, so it's harder. Well, I know that for a fact because we were doing a Zoom call the other day. And I got to say hi to Kendall. But, yeah, it's hard. Luckily, I have older kids, so I can just yell at them and be like, shut up! And they listen.
I mean, but is it that easy? Come on, seriously. I mean, look, the intro for the video, you just try to wing it. That didn't work. And then you're just like, we caught you on camera just rolling your eyes and going crazy. So it's like, is it really that easy?
So I like it because, I got to drive. So I have like an hour drive. So I like working at home. And guess what? I get to look like this. So that works for me. But yeah, like the hard part is dealing with the kids. And it's just being in one area. So right now, I mean, you can tell I'm not like in my living room or anything. I'm in my son's room because everybody else is in the other rooms on Zoom calls right now.
So everybody's
yeah.
So you're just one Zooming house, ain't you? You just got
Zooms away. Zoom. Going work. Yeah.
See, I'm kind of worried about the 4 walls closing in on you, and you getting to that stage where.
Are you judging me off of my appearance today, Mike?
I didn't say anything about your looks. But
I'm fine.
Okay, so how are the kids doing?
Fine.
Well, you're perfectly fine. So let's just start from the top. How's Trevor doing?
Trevor's in the same boat that I am in terms of
crazy.
Now that I'm he's at work more now that I'm working from home more. But at the same time, when he is home, it's just the same. He's on Zoom calls all day, meetings. And so it's just one other person taking up space in this 1,800 square foot home. So,
okay, look, for the record, she has an 18,000 square foot home. It's definitely not 1,800. So she made a mistake on that.
No, guys, no, that's not true. It's 1,800 square feet, and so instead of being wide and like a ranch style, it's all overlapping each other. So it's like basement, there's a main floor, there's another main floor, and then there's upstairs. So it's like, it's all just like this. So we're all in this one area together, and it's driving me nuts. That part is driving me
So,
nuts.
so with you and the family spending so much time at home all day, every day, like, you think you're gonna end up moving when this is all over? Because you're like, man, what if this happens again? There is no way I'm doing this in this house.
Actually, we are moving. That's funny you say that.
Where are you
Yeah,
moving to?
we're moving like 5 minutes down the road, but we put
Okay.
a offer on a house. So
Oh,
yeah,
I thought
that's the
she was.
plan. Is to move.
So that's how bad this has all driven you guys, is
For
that, you know
real, it
what?
has.
You know what? No,
It's
we're
motivating.
buying a house and we're buying one tomorrow. That's it. This is too much.
It's definitely been a motivator
Hmm.
for sure. So, but yeah, I mean, things are good. Like we're making the best of it, right? Like just like everybody out there, we're trying to make the best of the situation. There are goods about it. I wouldn't complain. You know, being with family a lot can be overwhelming and it can be stressful, but at the same time, we've never had it before because we've always been so busy. I mean, there's no sports going on right now, so kids aren't in sports. So we have our weekends open. During the week, we are together, which, is kind of nice to be with your family. So I'm not kidding.
Always got to be the sensitive one.
I'm not, I'm
Really?
not being sensitive. I'm just
It's so
being real. Like,
nice. Okay. No,
I
keep going
am
because I
looking
want to
to prosper.
counter. I want to counter your story.
Okay.
So you can keep on going. Look, you guys can't tell me that's coffee.
It's coffee.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I don't want to ruin my computer. But no, like for real though, like that's the positive thing. I like the fact that we have more family time. And sometimes it's annoying, but sometimes it's nice.
Aw, that's so sweet.
So what
Uh,
was your counter on that? I'm
um.
waiting.
So while I'm happy that you feel, so happy to spend quality time with the family, not sure it's quality because you got to be honest. You said it yourself. It gets crazy sometimes. But
Yeah.
how do your kids feel about spending this quality time with mom and dad? And you know what? Don't lie because I could just, I could text your husband and just tell him to get the kids in there real quick. And we can ask him personally.
It's true.
So, how nice
I
is
think
that time?
they would say that mom definitely doesn't have as much patience as she used to. I would say. I would probably say that. I mean, they wouldn't say it like that. They'd be like, "Mom yells a lot more." Yeah. So I mean, that's true, but that's okay. They'll get through it.
Man, I
What about you? What about you, Mike?
if I stayed home like you did, I would be in the hospital with a heart attack.
Well, you, like I said though, you have smaller kids. I know the other day it was nice to say hi to Kristen and Kendall, but I also could hear Jackson in the background screaming,
And guess what?
running.
He was on the computer with school. He
Oh,
was learning. I mean, he was with his class.
he
So
was
that
on a
just
class.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
I'm glad you
But
can get a kick
what
out of it.
what do you expect from a 4-year-old in online class? Like I seriously, I don't have it bad right now. I do feel bad for the parents that have little kids like Jackson, who's 4.
Kristen. Kristen wanted. See, we were going to split this quality time home with the kids, but she felt that it was in the family's best interest to do it, just because for the sanity of the family. And so I have to come to work every day.
Well, and I do agree with Kristen.
Oh,
Wait.
that's nothing new.
I so well, she is a mom and I'm a mom and you're not.
Boo-hoo.
You're a dad.
But
But no, for real, I don't know. I just, the thing is I don't want my kids being at home all day by themselves, especially my youngest daughter and my middle son. Like they do need social interaction, even if that's just with me, you know? And it's not all negative, but like to be serious, I just wouldn't feel comfortable having them home all day by themselves.
Mm. I
And
can
that's just part of this whole thing.
I can see that. So how is the learning system? Has that improved at all, or this whole remote learning thing, has it improved since when we talked about it back in February or March? I mean, you don't want to hear my comments about it, but we live
I
in
do want to
different
hear your
we
comments.
live in different
Actually,
school districts, so you know.
to be real, it hasn't been that bad. The kids have been, able to log on to their schools. Their parent or their teachers have good communications with them. They're also really understanding from what I've seen. So for older kids, that it's not that bad. But
Hmm.
what about you? What about you and having a younger kid
I,
in school?
I mean, you witnessed it on Monday. It was
Yeah,
it was hell. We couldn't
yeah.
even do a Zoom meeting without people screaming and yelling and, "Hi, Elise! Hi, Elise! Are you talking to Elise? Hi!"
Yeah, I saw Riley too. That was fun.
So it's, but the thing is, Riley was doing school, Jackson was doing school, Kristen was working. So tell me, please, where did these people have time to come bother me on my work Zoom call? It's
Well,
crazy.
it's just because they're so isolated. There's a new person on a screen. They just want to say hi. I get it.
Oh, so my family has lost it. That's what you're telling me. Cool. Um,
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, that's how the world is right now. Oh my gosh. I keep thinking, what is going to happen when everybody gets out of isolation? It's going to be like, kids aren't even going to remember how to have a conversation. I mean, I watched like Bronson, for example, my middle, like he told me the other day that he was assigned to do this assignment with this other little girl in his class, and they had to finish it before the class ended, and this little girl didn't talk the whole time. He was like trying to talk to her, and she just doesn't want to talk on Zoom. And he's like, "Mom, I'm not going to get 100." I'm like, "Well, sorry, I don't know what to do about that." Like,
camera's not for
but
everybody.
well, and it is a little awkward. Like you see these kids like getting like they put them in little groups to get, projects done and stuff. And I'll watch the kids and they'll just be like sitting there, like not saying anything. I'm just like, because they don't know each other. They all started school with new kids, and it's not like they really know each other and like see each other at school every day, right? It'd be different.
Yeah.
It's a whole new concept of, I mean, yeah,
I mean,
a whole new.
I just wish that, sorry to cut you off, but I
No,
just
you're fine.
I just wish that, they spent that time from when they finally let the kids out of school for summer, and then up until, they started school in person, like they should have did more homework, on how it was going to look. Cuz
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, I feel like it's just them throwing poop up against the wall and just hoping it sticks, because it just the whole learning
that is
thing
true.
is
No.
butt backwards.
Well, especially now that in Colorado, at least, we're fully remote. So it's like we're not even, there are school, I think Texas, for example, is still going, I'm pretty sure,
Hmm.
unless they changed it recently. But yeah, I mean, you're right. Like it's kind of just been like, let's see how this works. Hopefully it does. And I don't know if it's working that great.
Yep, and that's
Honestly,
go ahead.
no, I mean, I look at my 15-year-old, he's a sophomore this year. So he has 2 more years of school. And I'm thinking, how much, yes, he's doing pretty good in his grades right now, but how much is this going to impact him long term?
Yep.
Like, are they like when they're, for college, if he decides to go to college, are people in admissions going to be considering the fact that these kids missed an entire year basically of in-person school? And maybe some of them did good, maybe some of them didn't, but like, how is this going to affect our future? And how are people and businesses going to take this into consideration? Because who knows how long this is going to last?
Well, by then, hiring process would probably be changed, and they they'll do away with college degrees. Wouldn't surprise me, and they'll just be like, "Okay, look, if you can tell me the best way to do this job, you're hired." Because I'm telling you, at the rate they're going, at the rate things are going, my children are going to end up dumb. Just saying, and
No,
it
they're not going to come.
and it won't be because it's their fault.
I know. And that's the thing. It's not even their fault. And I mean, I look at, like our past coworker that, before she left Penn, her daughter didn't even get a junior prom, and then
Hmm.
she's probably not going to get a senior prom. Like,
Yep.
how crappy is that? Like, I mean, that's like what you, especially for girls, it's different for boys, I think. They don't care as much. But for girls, like, that's what you think about when you're growing up and talking to your friends. And it's just, we gotta figure out different solutions. Like, we need something different other than everything be virtual.
Right, and it's not only the education we need to look at; it's the mental health of our kids.
Yes.
Because we're telling our kids, look, you're gonna have to lock yourself inside the house for coming up close to a year now,
Yeah.
and you know, you and I have been sharing articles where kids have been committing suicide and things like that, and and I guarantee this is part of it. This because they've never seen anything like this before, and honestly, neither have we. But us being older, well, some of our patience levels are adaptable, but the
I think,
kids are just like it's like their brain is in shock right now because I could just tell the way Riley, and that's who I'm worried about the most is Riley, because
mhm,
if this becomes a new normal for the next several years, that's what Jackson and Kendall will be growing into.
right.
But so it won't be that bad on them. But with Riley, it's just I could just see it. Her attitude has changed. Her moods have changed, and everything. The things she does has changed, and personality, and so yeah. I mean, my thing is the education. Yes, she's pretty lazy, but that's her own doing. But the mental health is what I'm worried most about because
Yeah.
it's crazy. And then the more and more I see these, all these kids hurting themselves or killing themselves and all that stuff, and it's like, this is it. Because you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. I would probably want to do the same thing at times because I'm staring at a computer all day and I'm talking to friends on FaceTime. That's it. That's all I'm doing. There's no real social interaction with anything or anybody. So,
I know. I was telling my husband too, and I'm glad that you brought that up because it's a heavy subject, but it's true. That's what's happening. I mean, kids are, I think the article you shared the other day, the kid was on Zoom for school, an 11-year-old. It wasn't even like a teenager, it was an 11-year-old. And
and that's the same age range as our kids. So,
right.
it's
And how is that affecting the other? I mean, it's like once something like that happens at your school or with one of your peers, that opens a whole new thing up for these kids that aren't even thinking about that. Because they're like, my, I can't even talk right now. A kid in my class, my classmate, that's the word I was trying to think of, just
sorry.
killed
I thought you were
himself.
going to have a stroke. So I was worried. Okay.
I
I'm
couldn't,
sorry. I'm so
but
sorry.
no, but I get what you're saying, and it's serious. So, I know. I'm frustrated with things right now, just like I'm sure a lot of parents are.
Yeah.
I think we need something like pods at least, like just maybe pertaining to where you are, like where you live in your neighborhood, the kids that are in your school getting together once or twice a week. so that they can actually have some social interaction, making classes um, that are tailored around the kids that are living near you, so it's like maybe your classmates are your neighbors.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it needs to be something other than virtual. And because we all know that sitting in front of a screen all day isn't good for your health anyways. I mean, kids are getting headaches now. And it's because they're sitting in front of a screen for 8 hours.
Well, we
Yes,
just got Riley glasses for the first time.
yeah, they need
We
it.
had to.
Did it have that little the protector or whatever for screens? I don't remember what it's called. It's like a blue light or something.
No.
I don't know. It probably does. It probably does have something like that. But I mean, it's tough. And I mean, I think as a parent, it's like those thoughts are what go on in your mind. As a working parent, you're already working, but you're also having to be concerned about your kids and their well-being. And
It is a chain reaction. Just that's going to affect this person, and then and then us at work stressing about our kids, us having to do our work. It will stress our bosses out and our colleagues, and then, as we all know,
am
if
I
our
stressing you out? Am I stressing you out by working from home?
we'll sidebar that. Your write up is waiting on your desk.
I know.
But
I know.
it's just it's ridiculous, and this is you and I, we've been off for a couple weeks because we had to adjust to this, and because remember back in March we didn't do this, we didn't
Right.
and so that's the thing. It's obviously our work, and the things that we do are adjusting to what it has to be, what the new norm is. And it's just everybody's like change is good, but too much change is not good, and that's the biggest problem.
And when you're in the middle of change, it never feels good.
Oh no.
Like, let's just be honest. Change may be good in the long term, but like when you're going through it, you're having to, I don't know, like nothing is normal. You're constantly having to change in a direction that you're not used to. And that's what we're going through right now. It's like all these parents are just surviving this whole thing,
Yep.
trying to juggle work and kids and family and being worried about their well-being and if they're doing well in school. I mean, there's so much crap going on in my head. I don't know if other people feel the same way, but
Yeah, I agree. But at least you're doing good. You're not bouncing off the walls or anything like that. And we also have to give props to our producer Josh, because now we have this technology. There is no way you can get out of this.
dang it.
Elise said she didn't want to do podcasts with me anymore. So that's
I totally said that.
I knew it. I knew it.
See?
No, but thank you, Josh. Yeah, this is great. This makes it possible for us to keep doing it and getting out to all the people that do listen, being able to relate with them because they're parents and most likely going through the same thing. So,
and for all you people out there who are going to question, why isn't Mike at home? Why isn't he isolating? Why is he going to work every day? Well, I don't have to worry about it because I sleep on the couch. And on that note, don't forget to follow our socials, Instagram, Facebook, and of course our Community Now YouTube channel and Parental Composure playlist. Elise, thank you so much. We will see you next week.
You.
Maybe.
All right.
If you make it. Have a good one.
Okay, bye.